What's going on, everybody? Rob A here, and today we're taking a look at Transformers Titans Return, Hyperfire, and Blurr. These are the deluxe class figures from the Titans Return line. So, as you can see, we do have Blurr here. The packaging, very simple. The card back is actually quite small, and it's actually, I do like it a lot. It's very simple, it's very thin, it's just easy, and you don't have to worry about, making a whole lot of mess opening these guys up. But you can see the robot in here. He does have a little collector card in the back. He's got a weapon, what looks like to be a chunk of his vehicle mode, and I'm hoping you can attach that and keep it on in robot mode, because I would hate to think he's got this just giant chunk of vehicle floating around in the package. But obviously you see he is a headmaster, whether you can see it or not. His headmaster is Hyperfire. And on the back here, it just shows the vehicle mode and robot mode, as well as the headmaster or Titan Master, whatever you want to call it. It shows that it works with all the other figures, Nightbeat, Hardhead, Sentinel Prime, Autobot Blaster, etc., etc. And there is a little bit of a bio here. So, the Autobots unite with Titan Master partners to power up for battle. Hyperfire boosts the speed of Blurr even further. Some bots say even fast enough to outrun Blaster Fire. So that's pretty cool. They're giving each of the Titan Masters their own kind of unique identity and power. So that's pretty neat. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up Blurr here and check him out in hand right now. Alrighty guys, so here we have Blurr in his vehicle mode, and as you can see, it's a very nice, very slim, slick, sleek kind of vehicle mode racer sort of thing. And yeah, it's got a little weapon underneath the front end here. It does roll pretty well. You get a little bit of noise, but it's not too terrible. These wheels just roll around along the surface. You can see he does have a couple of pegs here, and those are to attach a Titan Master figure to, so he can stand on the side of the car should he so desire, and all that sort of jazz. So we'll put Nightbeat over here just off to the side in case we need him for anything later. So pretty cool. So there is a gimmick with this vehicle mode, and I'll show you that in just a second. I just want to point this out really quickly. This is the collector card that is included in the figure. It's made of nice thick card stock. Got a nice image of Blurr on the front here, and on the back you can see all of his stats. And the red are the normal stats that he has: strength, speed, intelligence, and firepower. And then the blue is actually how Hyperfire, his Titan Master, increases those base stats. You can kind of see all that stuff. So that's a really cool addition to the figures, I think, and I really appreciate them adding that in for just that extra bit of playability. So he does have this little gimmick that you can do with his vehicle mode. So what you do is you just pull the sides out here, just like so. You're going to detach the front end of his vehicle mode. And in my initial thoughts, I did mention that I was hoping that you could keep his front end attached in robot mode, and you absolutely can. It's totally meant to stay attached, but this is part of the Titan Master gimmick, that they kind of have this as a separate thing. So basically you just detach all of that, come down here, you fold this back up, you've got this little bit here, and then you can come down here, flip out this little foot, I guess, stick a Titan Master figure in this little seat here, and then you can peg this little sidecar monstrosity to the side of Blurr's vehicle mode, and that's a thing you can do. I can't imagine why you would want to do that, but it's nice that they kind of found a use for this little chunk of plastic, other than just like hanging off the front or hanging off of Blurr's back. So we'll go ahead and we will reattach all of this like so. and then we'll proceed to undo it all again just to transform him to robot mode. But you can see in here he does have Hyperfire kind of stowed away in this little cockpit area, and you can just open that up and pop this guy out. There we go. And let's take a quick look at Hyperfire here. And he looks pretty good. He's got some paint apps on him. He's actually got some silver on the inside of his arms and black on his legs. So he has like a bit more paint apps than most of the other mainline Titan Masters do, and that's pretty cool. You can see Blurr's face pretty clearly here. Let's just fold this guy up into Titan Master mode. And you can see Blurr in all of his glory. You can pop this little antenna bit up, but getting it to stay up is going to be quite a challenge. So, you know, your mileage may vary on that. But overall, I think it's a really nice head sculpt altogether. And I think they did pretty well on it. So, very nice. Let's put this off to the side for now. And to transform this guy into robot mode, let's go ahead and remove the weapon here. No real connector points for a flight or figure stand in this mode, but that's okay. He does have one in robot mode, I believe. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this seat here, and we're just going to fold it in to the cockpit area, and then just close that back up. All right. Now, next thing we're going to do is we are going to split the sides of the vehicle as we did before, and then that will allow the cockpit piece to push down at an angle like so. And then we can unpeg this whole bit here and kind of leave it off to the side. I'm just going to flip these around and bring them up like so, and those are going to form the shoulders and the arms here. And we can actually take these bits and unclip them. There we go. They do clip into the robot fists pretty securely. So we've got that going on. Now, what we want to do is split the legs here. And then we're going to open up the leg panels just like so. Bring these down like this. All right. And on this side, we're actually going to flip the decoration thing inside here. And then we're going to close these up. And then we're going to flip the feet down. And that's pretty much all there is to it. We're going to go ahead and bring his vehicle mode front end down alongside his back. We're going to give him a gun in his hand, because, you know, robots. And we're going to attach his Titan Master. There we go. Or attach his head, I should say. And there we have Blurr. Now, he's coming up as a very kind of light blue on my camera, but in actuality, he's like a very dark greenish blue, almost like a Cup blue, you know? If I were to describe Cup, the character, and his color, it would be similar to that, but just like a darker version of that. It's a very greenish blue. He does have some kind of standard blue on his legs, as well as these nice tampos here, and his little feet going on. As you can see, he does have the flight stand bit on his rear end here, and of course he does have some connector posts or points in his forearms, which is cool. You can take his weapon and of course attach those there if you so desire. I think I like him right in here. You can of course, you know, he's got this peg here, so you can have him holding this front end as a weapon, I guess, if you really wanted to. I don't really know why. Or you could actually take that and plug it into his forearm as a shield. You know, whatever makes you happy. But overall, he's just a really nice, kind of slim-looking Blurr figure, and I think he does the job pretty well. So for articulation, he does have a ball-jointed neck because of the Titan Mastery gimmick. He does have shoulders that can go up and around. This is not a ball joint. It is just a swivel joint, but it goes up and down, and you can swivel it back and forth. He does have a bicep swivel, which feels like it's got like a soft ratchet in there for some reason. But I think it may just be like a natural kind of stopping point there. He does have a elbow joint, and he does have a wrist swivel, so that's nice. He does have a waist as well. He's got a ball jointed hip and a thigh swivel and that knee bend. So just a really, really nice version of Blurr overall. I mean, you know, just looking at him like this, you would never be able to tell that he's actually, you know, got a tiny robot for a head. I mean, his head does go back a little bit far, you know, but it's so well done. It's so compact that it's really not obtrusive whatsoever. So I'm very, very happy with the result there. I think this Blurr actually came out as just an overall like a nice figure in general. I love the vehicle mode. It's a real fun little compact vehicle mode, and the robot mode looks nice and slick and fast, as Blurr should. So I'm very pleased with it, and I think he's up there as one of my favorites for the deluxes so far. So yeah, really, really cool figure. So that is actually going to do it for this review, guys. I want to thank you so very much for watching. As always, if you enjoy the video, go ahead and hit that like button. It really does help me out. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I do have more Titans Return figures to review very soon, so stick around for that. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.